promote your business or you want to become the new it girl, today I'm going to be breaking down everything you need to know to grow your YouTube channel from 0 to 100K in 2025. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Matilde. Welcome back to the Picsart channel. A while ago we started this series where I basically broke down everything that you needed to know to start a YouTube channel. However, since then YouTube has changed quite a lot, so today I'm going to bring you an updated version of that. So let's begin by starting off with question number 1. What's your channel for, or what's your channel about? Now, if you've done any sort of research about social media, chances are you've probably heard people continuously tell you to pick a niche and stick to your niche, as that being the only way for you to grow. However, a lot of platforms are changing recently and YouTube is one of them, and people want to watch videos led by someone they enjoy listening to, even if the content is not necessarily all the same. For example, here on Picsart we make videos about our app, which you should download or check out on web, by the way. But we have a lot of videos like this one where we just explain to you how you can grow on socials or how you can grow your business, not necessarily just sticking to one niche, but instead having a rough channel theme. Once you've answered all of these questions, then you're ready to move on to step number 2, how to plan your content. Another thing that has definitely changed about YouTube, especially in the past few years, it is that it's not so much about posting a quantity of content, but instead a quality of content. If you've been active on YouTube for a few years, you might remember an era where the only way to grow is to post every day or every other day, and YouTube really valued videos that were like 5 minutes, 4 minutes even, and people were posting a lot of these and they were growing their channel really quickly. Now, if you go on YouTube, we're starting to see a pattern with creators that they post a lot less videos a month, but they make it longer and they go more into depth because people are really enjoying this longer form content here on YouTube. And instead, the 4 or 5 minute content has sort of shifted over to platforms like TikTok or Instagram. But having said that, it's still important to stay consistent in your channel. So I'm gonna tell you right now, first thing that you need to do, new year, set yourself a goal. How many times are you gonna post a month? Is it gonna be once? Is it gonna be twice? Whatever your goal is, stick to it. And you can do that by creating a content schedule. This is really easy. You can go ahead and pay for a membership on something like Asana, or you can just go ahead with a good old-fashioned pen and paper and just draw it out. Speaking of planning content, there are 3 different types of videos that you should be familiar with when you're planning out your content, and every channel should have a good balance between all 3. One is evergreen content. Evergreen content are videos that are intemporal. So for example, if I'm doing a tutorial on how to do your own gel nails at home video, those are the types of videos that people are going to search for it, and if they come across your video, they're going to watch it no matter what year or what month or whenever it was filmed. They're things that people are constantly looking for. Number 2 is trending content. So let's go back to the nail example. Things like how to do Hailey Bieber's donut glaze nails or how to do Korean jelly nails at home. Things that are trending at the moment that a lot of people are probably going to search right away, and then your views are probably going to stale over time as the trend fades. And last but not least is number 3, which a lot of people tend to forget, but that is just content that you feel passionate about and is going to connect with your already existing audience. There are a few different types of cameras you can get. This is very much dependent on the type of content that you film. For example, if you film a lot more sit-down talking videos like this one, for example, I really do recommend that you get a strong DSLR, and this is purely because you can exchange the lenses and it's a heavier sort of setup, but because you're not moving it, it's gonna give you that really crisp quality that you see a lot of like sit-down YouTubers have. If you're a vlogger, for example, there are a lot of vlogging cameras out there. My personal favorite is the Sony ZV-1. I've used this for years. But if your number 1 requirement is really just being able to pack a camera and take it everywhere as quickly and as efficiently as possible, then I recommend the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I've been using this camera for a few months now, and this is great, not only because you can literally fit this in any pocket, it also comes with 2 batteries that you can pre-charge, so if you're filming out all day, your charge will not run out. It comes with a tiny tripod, it comes with a microphone. This is the perfect thing to just take if you're vlogging or if you're doing something more action-based. In terms of audio, I recommend the best thing to get is any sort of directional microphone. Most cameras don't come with directional microphones, which means if I go quiet right now, you can probably hear the sounds of the street. I use the Rode Wireless Go. I've had this for almost 2 years and they have been with me through some really tough conditions, so I cannot recommend this enough because they're perfect. Last piece of equipment, and honestly, probably my most underrated, I cannot live without this, is a tripod. But the one that I use is the Atomtech. Got this one from Amazon again. I've tried others of the same model and none of them live up to this actual one. This is amazing. Which brings us to the last thing, editing. I think if you've never edited, editing probably seems extremely intimidating, but it's super easy once you know the very basics. To edit, I like to use Picsart just because I already have all my assets saved there, and it's super easy to create the thumbnails and any sort of branding materials that I want. And whilst I do like editing on my laptop, I think the convenience of being able to edit on your phone or your iPad is also just really great. We've done a lot of videos on this YouTube channel teaching you guys how to edit videos on Picsart. If you want a more updated tutorial specifically focusing on YouTube, then comment that down below because I might bring it to you guys. I think it's time we also update that video. Once you've got your equipment and you've planned your videos, chances are that you've already filmed your first video and you edited it. The next steps is all about branding. If you subscribe to our channel, you would have seen we have countless videos on branding, and you might not think that branding is very relevant when creating a YouTube channel, but it is so important, especially in 2025. Things like your profile picture and your banner. So how do you create a brand on YouTube? First things first, you're going to choose a color palette. Generic colors, for example, on Picsart, we use these colors a lot. So throughout our videos, you'll see the title cards like this one, or you'll see it in our thumbnails. And we have some sort of general theme that when you look at our channel, you can see that we have a sort of color palette going on. Same thing goes for fonts. Last but not least, when you get to this point, I'm assuming you're ready to post your first video. So let's talk about SEOs. SEOs, for those of you that don't know and have never watched one of these videos, stands for search engine optimization. Easiest way to explain this is essentially what hashtags were back in the day is what SEO is nowadays. You no longer really have to do hashtag food, hashtag what I eat in a day, hashtag meal prep when you're making a video about what you eat in a day. Instead, the YouTube algorithm is going to pick up on the words that you write in your title, in your description, and what other people comment in your videos. I feel like that was so much information, so if you stuck around to this point, thank you so much. Like I said, we're going to be bringing you so many of these videos, really focusing on how to grow your social media in 2025. So if you're into that, make sure you subscribe. Also follow us on our social media, on Instagram, X, and TikTok. We're Picsart on everything. We post every week. So having said that, I'll see you next week. Bye!